And we welcome you to X Stadium here on the campus of Wichita State University for the 88th annual NBC World Series. This game will feature the visiting team, the Dallas, Texas Lonestar Krakens, versus the home team, the Hays, Kansas Larks. My name is Frank Martinez, and I will be your play-by-play announcer. And I'm joined this evening by Mark Cavala, General Manager for the Newton Rebels. Well, Mark, we're going to have us a good ball game here, looks like.
Yeah, well, definitely. You have a couple of 1-1 teams right now. Hayes, both, like I said, they've both been playing a pretty good ball here. But the thing is, I was just looking at the team pitching. Hayes Larks are second in the league, right? I mean, second in this tournament right now in ERA with a 1.06. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Kraken can do, because right now, you know, they're struggling a little bit. I mean, they're right there at 1-1, and this is a very important game for the next round.
Well, we're about ready to get started with the first pitch. We'll give you the defensive for Hayes. At first base is Brown. Firenze at second base. The shortstop is Jaslov, and that one hit to the third baseman. Hutchinson goes to first for out number one. That was Tanner Reeves up at the plate. So we have a 5-3 put out to start off the ball game. That will bring up the center fielder number one, Tucker Gideon.
Yeah, I was going to say, right, first pitch there. Pitchers love that. First pitch of the game, getting out right there, 5-3.
Let me finish up that defense in left field. We have Dreiling. Center field is Jaminian. Rosen on the right field. Catching is Evans. And pitching this evening for Hayes is Hunter Marshall. And Tucker Gideon now up as the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Gideon. Once again, if just now joining us, we're just now underway. That pitch misses inside as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. You got some numbers on Gideon?
Yeah, I was just checking out right here.
That one is fouled off, and the count will go to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Okay, Gideon, he's from Lubbock, Texas. 6'1", 160 from Odessa Junior College. He is a sophomore.
Gideon's coming in batting .286 as he's appeared in 2 ball games. That one also fouled off, so the count will stay at 2-2. He's been up to bat 7 times, has 2 runs scored, 2 hits, and he has 2 RBIs. Left-handed batter, that one's going foul, out of play. And so the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the winner of this game will move on.
That's definitely important. You'd be going
their pool play.
Yeah, they'll be going all out today. You know, pulling the strings with the coaches and trying to figure out playing to win, just like a 7th game World Series type style right now. That's what they're going to be doing.
That one is popped off the carpet there and goes to the pitcher. And goes to first for out number 1. So we have a 1-3 put out as that took a big bounce off this artificial turf, which is different than what we've been playing at in Hutchinson.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They'll get used to it, though. They'll get used to it.
That'll bring up the first baseman, number 0, Chase Bentley.
Yeah, he's from Prosper, Texas, 6'1", 180, and he plays his ball at Weatherford Junior College.
The Krakens have purple jerseys with white pants and white numbers, black helmets. That one hit into center field. The center fielder, Jaminian, going back, clear to the warning track, makes the catch for out number 3. So at the top half of the first inning for the Krakens, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1/2 inning play, Kraken 0. And the Hayes Larks coming to bat, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back here to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we're going to the bottom half of the first inning for the Hayes Larks, due up is Firenze, followed by Rosen and McLaughlin. Defensively for the Krakens, at first base, number 0, Finley. Second baseman, number 7, Pettis. Shortstop, we have number 34, Reeves. Third baseman, number 20, Wong. In left field, number 16, Cox. Center fielder will be number 1, Gideon. Right fielder, number 4, Zong. And catching will be number 7, Bush. And pitching this evening will be number 6, Jackson Hickard. Hickard on the mound for the Krakens. Due up now for Hayes. Second baseman, number 4, Ben Firenze.
Yeah, Firenze's from Melbourne, Australia, 5'8", 180. Plays his ball at Arizona Western.
Firenze looking for his first hit of the game. He has appeared in 2 ball games. Has been up to bat 6 times. First pitch is in there for a strike. So the count is no balls and 1 strike. Now swing and a miss there by Firenze. And the count goes 0-2.
Yeah, Hickard's from Baldwin, Missouri, University of Akron.
So Hunter Marshall with the 0-2 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss there by Firenze. Goes down swinging for the first out. So Marshall records his first strikeout, and that will bring up the right fielder, number 6, Hunter Rosen. The Hayes Larks are wearing blue jerseys with white sleeves and white trim around the neck. Also have white pants on. That one called strike 1. That hit the outside corner.
See, Rosen is from Aledo, Texas, 5'10", 185, and he plays his ball at Ohio State University.
Our umpires tonight, Mark. There's a hard hit ball down the line, down the third base side. That's going to be in for extra bases. And rounding first base is Rosen as he's in with a stand-up double. That one was hit hard right down the line there, Mark.
Yeah, I think, he's throwing some off-speed stuff right there, but right there just kind of got the ball kind of up right there, and on the inside he just turned on it. I mean, that's a great line drive right there.
That will bring up the designated hitter, number 30, Ben McLaughlin. By the way, Rawson was coming in with a 600 batting average, so
definitely doing his job.
Give me a little bit info on McLaughlin, sir.
Yeah, Golden, Colorado, 6'3", 200, and he plays University of Arkansas.
He comes in the World Series here. Batting .250, he has appeared in 2 games, has been up to bat 8 times, has 3 runs scored, 2 hits, and 1 home run with 4 RBIs. So got a little power. That one is fouled off as the count now goes to 0-1, or correction, 0-2.
Well, yeah, it's definitely hot out there, too. So it was like 100 degrees or whatever. I don't know what you have right there, Frank, but I know when I was rushing over here, it's pretty hot out there.
Well, you were out on the golf course when I called you, or just getting done.
Just got done. And I was crazy for playing today.
99 degrees right now in Wichita with 28% humidity, which is a lot better than that has been. There's a swing and a miss there by McLaughlin as he goes down swinging for out number 2. And that is the second strikeout recorded by Hunter Marshall. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 28, Caleb Brown.
Okay, he's from Franklin, Tennessee, 6'5", 225, University of Oklahoma.
Brown comes in batting 1,000. He's appeared in 1 game, has been up to bat 1 time, has 1 hit, and which was a double. So Marshall ready for that pitch. Misses outside.
He's throwing a lot of off speed, and he's not sure conventional throwing that fastball first pitch. He's in there, I think he's been throwing the off speed and then coming back with the fastball. But
so we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the first inning. Our umpires, by the way, at home plate is Mark Wagers. First base is Lance Vaughn. And at third base is Clint Wheeler.
That's quite a crew right there. Know those guys well.
Hey, by the way, it was nice taking the elevator up, wasn't it?
Yes,
Instead of having to climb all those
Yes,
792 stairs that we had in Hutchinson.
Yes.
And here's the pitch. A swing and a miss there by Brown. As the count will now go to 1-1 strike.
Yeah, like a good changeup right there.
Rosin at second base as he reached with a double. There is 2 down here in the bottom half of the first inning. Got a decent crowd out there, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I'm calling you Mark, because I never call you Mark. Carve, sorry about that. Everybody knows your first name now. That one is fouled off. As the count will go now to 1-2 strikes.
Frank, you know that you call me whatever you want as long as you call me, okay? And help you out. That's all.
Well, I apologize about that because I never call you Mark, and I just one of those things.
It's a big old shadow coming down from the stands right there.
Here's the horn. So that's a penalty. So it's going to be count. That was a ball. So the count goes to 2 strikes.
Again, you know, if you haven't been playing, if you haven't been on the mound or something, you got to get used to this too. You have to be watching.
So 2-2 pitch now by Marshall. That one is swing and a miss there by Brown, and he's hustling down to first base, but a good job there by the catcher, Bush, and throws him out at first base. So at the end of 1 inning play, we have no score, and we'll be right back.
What does better mean to you? Better is personal. Better is community. Better is connection. Better is Butler. Butler Community College. Ready for better.
At Evergy, seeing energy differently starts with thinking differently about its impact and then committing to doing better every day. As we continue to expand our investment in renewable resources, capturing more wind, gathering more sunshine, we're able to generate power that's cleaner and provide it to you more affordably. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium here on the campus of Wichita State University for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. You're watching the Dallas, Texas Lonestar Krakens versus the Hays, Kansas Larks. Both teams come in 1-1. Somebody needs to win this game to move on in pool play. Due up now for the Krakens will be the catcher, number 77, Will Bush.
Yeah, Will
First
Bush.
pitch just misses outside. For ball one.
North Richland Hills, Texas, 6'4", 230 from Tyler Junior College.
Hard hit ball. That's going to be in for a base hit into center field. So Bush records his first hit of the game and the first hit of the game for the Lonestar Krakens.
Yeah, Frank, I just found my game from before from Hays. The first game that you and I watched had all the stats and everything, and I was going to read that off. It just flew out the window with the breeze. So I don't have that. Some fan down there has that.
Well, I tell you what, that fan that just caught that, I'm going to have him come up here in the chair and read those for us. Due up now is the second baseman, number 7, Case Pettis.
Yeah, Pettis from Prosper, Texas, 5'10", 180 from Dyersburg State Community College.
Well, don't feel bad. Yesterday, I was sitting there, and I went to go reach for my drink, and I knocked my binoculars down. And if you ever been to Hutchinson, there's a ledge that's about 5 to 6 feet down and hit that ledge, and it's unfortunately it's a cement ledge, so the binoculars did not survive.
Oh man, that's.
I tried using them today, and if you close one eye, you can see out of one lens, but that's it.
And they're not cheap.
Count goes, no, they're not. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Here to Pettis.
Somebody delivered my.
Swing and a miss there. Well, we got some. We have a fan that returned that to us. Thank you very much. And Hickert pitch. It's hit to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to stand on second base and goes to first for the double play. A great job there by the shortstop, Jaslove, as he fell down to his knees but hustled up, was able to tag the back and go over to first base for that double play. That will bring up the third baseman, number 20, Ashton Wong.
Yeah, Wong's from Frisco, Texas, 6 foot, 190, and plays his ball at Paris Junior College. Yeah, that was a nice double play, though, right there, because and I'll tell you, you talked about the turf, the artificial turf. First baseman like it, too. You get the true bounce right there.
Yeah, we talked about this. It's going to be a lot different than in Hutchinson due to the fact that it was grass infill in Hutch and artificial here in Wichita with no dirt. That one in there for call strike as the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike now to Ashton Wong.
The only thing they don't like about it probably is it's a little hotter. You know, you talked about 99 degrees. It's a little hotter on that field right now.
Here's Hickert's pitch. That one is fouled off. So the count will even up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We do have 2 down here now in the top half of the second inning between the Krakens and the Larks. No score so far. A swing and a miss there by Wong as he goes down swinging, and that is the third out. So at the end of 1 1/2, we have no score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium here on the campus of Wichita State University for the 88th Annual NBC World Series powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the second inning, due up for the Hayes Larks, the left fielder, number 33, Dylan Drylane.
He's from Hayes, Kansas. We talked about that before. 5'11", 195, and he plays ball at Tennessee, University of Tennessee.
Drylane comes in batting 125 as he's appeared in 2 ball games, has been up to bat 8 times, has scored 2 runs, 1 hit. The ball hit to the second baseman, Pettis. Goes over to Pendley for out number 1. So a 4-3 put out in the books if you're scoring at home with us for out number 1. That would bring up the third baseman, number 12, Palmer Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutchinson's from Hayes, Kansas also. 6'2", 205, plays his ball at Emporia State.
Hutchinson comes in batting 100. He's appeared in 2 ball games, has been up to bat 10 times, has scored 1 run, has 1 hit, which was a double, and has 1 RBI. 0-1 pitch. That one misses inside, and that will even up the count now at 1-1.
Yeah, I know Hudson the other day, he was pretty upset. He had that 0 for 5 game, which he used their 3-hole. So they back then he was batting 3-hole. They dropped him down the lineup here.
Put that on your paper over there so it doesn't fly out. There you go. You're scaring me.
Flying out here, open window.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to Hutchinson. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, no score between the Larks and the Krakens. That one called strike 3 for out number 2. And that is the 4th strikeout recorded by Hunter Marshall. 2 down now here in the bottom half of the second. That will bring up the center fielder, number 8, Leo Jeminian.
San Luis France. He's 5'11", 178, East Tennessee State.
There's a breaking ball, stays up high for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down here in the bottom half of the second. So you played golf today.
Yeah.
That was a swing and a miss there by Jeminian, and the count will go to 1-1.
It was a late start too, Frank, because they had a women's tournament in the morning, so we didn't get started till 11:45. So you can imagine.
Where'd you play at?
Auburn Hills.
Auburn Hills. That's where Paco played at today, I believe. That one's lifted into left field, in for a base hit there by Jeminian. So he records his first hit of the ball game, the second hit of the ball game for the Hayes Larks. That will bring up the catcher, number 7, Brady Evans.
He's from Broken Bow, Oklahoma, 5'10", 175, Northeastern Oklahoma State.
Evans comes in batting 200. So he's appeared in 2 ball games, has been up to bat 5 times, has scored 1 run, has 1 hit, and 1 RBI. So Marshall ready to go. That one misses low and outside for ball 1.
He's definitely mixing it up right there. He's not going to overpower you, but he's definitely got this. Again, those guys off balance a little. They're wanting that fastball.
Jeminian is on at first base as he just reached on his first hit. We do have 2 down there in the bottom half of the second inning with no score. That one in there for call strike. So that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, Evans definitely wasn't looking for that because that pitch wasn't that bad right there. Fastball right down the middle. Probably doing a little guessing right now, looking at that off speed.
So here's the 1-1 correction. He goes over to first base, and in safely is Jeminian. This is a little bit different than we've had up there in Hutchinson because
I'm still getting adjusted.
We're in the 70s.
Getting adjusted here. Yeah.
1-1 pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side. Second baseman Pettis will go over to short. Reeves covering for out number 3. So the bottom half of the second inning for the Hayes Larks, they scored no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 2, we have no score, and we'll be right back.
everyday heroes take the Safe Digging Pledge.
We'll wait 2 full working days before digging.
I'll use soft digging techniques in or near tolerance zones.
I'll make sure underground facilities are marked before I dig.
Protect Kansas. Take the pledge at beadigherokansas.com.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium here on the campus of Wichita State University for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. We're moving to the top half of the third inning. We have no score between the Lonestar Krakens and the Hayes Larks. Due up for the Krakens will be the left fielder, number 16, Seth Cox.
He is from McKinney, Texas, 6'5", 210, Northeast Texas Community College.
Hard hit ball down to the third baseman. Long makes the catch for out number 1. That was a line shot there, Carv.
Yeah, and I'm saying both pitchers are working fast. Can't even get my words out of the mouth about where they're from. They give them the numbers right there and they're already pitching. That's how quick they are.
And that would bring up the right fielder, number 4, Edward Zong.
Zong from Plano, Texas, 5'9", 170, University of Texas.
Zong comes in batting .429 as he's appeared in 2 ball games, has been up to bat 7 times, has scored 2 runs, has 3 hits, 1 double, and 2 RBIs. Ball hit down the third base side. That's going to be foul. It stayed in fair territory, but it must hit off of him or home plate there. Not sure.
Just looking at the roster, the Texas Lonestar Kraken, most of them are all from Texas, like Plano, Texas, but you have a couple, one from Missouri, one from Oklahoma, and one from Kansas, which is Trace Maddox here from, of course, he's from Wichita, Kansas.
So the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Zong. And that one hits the outside corner as the count now will go now to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's always interesting to see where they fill their roster, getting their players, and obviously a lot of good ball players in Texas.
Ball is fouled off there by Zong as the count stays at 1-2. 1 down here in the top half of the third inning. Still no score between the Krakens and the Hayes Larks. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Second baseman backhands it. Nice job by Ferenze. Goes to Brown at first base for out number 2. So a 4-3 put out if you're scoring at home for the second out.
Yeah, and that was a true bounce right there. We're talking about the turf bounce right there. You can play that just right. Don't have to come around it like you usually have to do with dirt or grass.
That will bring up the designated hitter, number 12, Caleb Hiritz.
From San Angelo, Texas, 5'10", 175. Angelo State.
Here it comes in. He has played in 1 game, has been up to bat 3 times, and he's looking for his first hit here in the World Series. Oh,
whoa,
there goes the bat.
That.
Watch out, boys.
Whoa, that's on top of the dugout over there.
It is on top of the Hayes dugout. Count is no balls and 2 strikes.
Might need a little pine tar or something right there, but
well, I'm not sure that pine tar would have helped.
I don't know on that one.
That thing.
Yeah, they can just climb up. There's some stairs up there. They can get up there, a ladder.
Somebody's going to have to get a reading on how far that was. Swing and a miss there by Hiritz, and he goes down for out number 3. So the top half of the third inning at the end of 2.5, no score, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined by Mark Carvella, General Manager for the Newton Rebels. And Mark, we're going to the bottom half of the third inning. Pretty good pace so far.
Yeah, good pitching duel right here, but we will begin to the second time around. This is the 9-hole, beginning at the top. This is a Jazz Love right now from Temecula, California, 6'2", 185 from University of Tennessee. After he hits, then we get to the top of the lineup. So second time around.
That one hit to the shortstop, makes the catch for out number one. That will bring up the second baseman, number 4, Ben Firenze.
Yeah,
Firenze struck out his first time up.
Yeah, Firenze, like I said, he had a pretty decent game the other day we were watching.
So we have one down now here in the bottom half of the third inning. That one misses high for ball one, as the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. Hunter Marshall working hard here for the Lonestar Krakens. A correction. Yeah, that's correct.
Just mixing it up right here.
All right, the count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike.
He's definitely, he's locating his fastball right there, but he's just that off-speed stuff just really, he has probably a little slider action right there and a good changeup.
That one missing for ball 3, so the count is 3 balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom half of the third inning, that one hit to the right-hand side. That may get past the second baseman. A diving second baseman, Pettis, knocked it down, but was not able to corral it. So it's in for a base hit by Firenze as he records his first hit of the ball game, and that is also his first hit of the NBC World Series. That will bring up the right fielder, number 6, Hunter Rosen.
Yeah, Rosen, he had that big double. The one double there at first inning.
It had a double his first time up and was left stranded at second base. There goes the runner, Firenze. Ball hit into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit as Rosen records his second hit of the ball game.
And right there, you can see there he had him in motion right there with Firenze starting off running and trying to get something going right now, especially in a 0-0 game.
And that is Rosen's 5th hit of the NBC World Series. And that will bring up the designated hitter, number 30, Ben McLaughlin.
And McLaughlin, he also struck out in the first inning also.
So now we have runners on at second. That's Firenze. At first base is Rosen with 1 down. That ball hit into left field. Left fielder Cox gets under it, makes the catch as he had to move to his left about 2 or 3 steps. So now we have 2 down.
Yeah, and actually, if you look, the outfielders are playing pretty, not kind of in and not really too deep.
That will bring up the first baseman, number 28, Caleb Brown. Brown struck out his first time as the ball got by the catcher, and it was a 2-3 put out for the third out in that first inning. Here is Marshall's pitch.
Yeah, Brown shows his athleticism. He pitched the other night, starting pitcher for Hayes.
And I have to apologize. That's Jackson Hickert.
And he's
pitching. Apparently, I put that on the wrong side. My bad. I apologize to the parents there. They're probably wondering what the heck I'm talking about. So the count is 2 balls, no strikes.
We just missed that one on the outside here.
That one misses outside as the count now goes to 3-0.
You know, you could see pretty well here. Frank, we're a little higher than we are in Hutch right now, but you can definitely see around that plate. It's just a different angle. Hicker trying to, you know, it's like slowing down the pace just a little because he was working pretty fast earlier.
So 3-0 count now with the runner on at first and second and 2 down. Here in the bottom half of the third inning. That one misses high, so now the bases will be loaded for the Hayes Larks. As Brown will be moving to first base on balls. Rawson will move to second, and Ferenzi will move to third base. And here comes Coach come out to talk to Hickert as the bases are loaded now with 2 down.
Yeah, they don't have anybody in the bullpen right now, so it's just going out, settle down, just relax, just breathe a little like we always
try to settle them down just a little bit.
Yeah, just try to, just go ahead, let's just get out of this. And he's doing a good job. I mean, with his mixture of pitches, he's asking the catcher what's working right now, and they're going to go with probably what works, what he feels more comfortable in and throwing.
Well, they haven't allowed any runs yet, so they're not hurt. Bases are loaded, though, for the Hayes Larks. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 33, Dylan Dryland.
And Dryland last time at second inning, he grounded out to second base.
So he's 0 for 1 here tonight. He did come in batting 125 as he was 1 for 8 here in the World Series. That one hit hard right down the first baseman. First baseman does knock it down. Bentley, and is going to be able to reach the bag first. So that will be it here in the bottom half of the third inning. We have no score between the Larks and the Krakens, and we'll be right back.
When deciding on energy for your home, there are wants and there are needs. You want it to be good for the environment, but you need it there when the weather gets bad. You want it to save energy, but it has to be affordable too. Thankfully, you don't have to make a choice. It's natural gas.
Spirit AeroSystems is where flight begins. It's where decades of aviation innovation fuels the aerospace industry. It's where the world's largest aircraft structures take shape and where they take flight for the first time. At Spirit, we design and build the foundations of flight. Here, you can build with your hands and design with your mind. We're looking for talented individuals, including skilled manufacturing employees, to join our Wichita team. At Spirit AeroSystems, flight begins with you.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we're moving to the top half of the fourth inning, we have no score so far. Well, Carv, the Hayes Larks were threatening there in that last bottom half of the third inning.
Yeah, Hicker did a good job getting out of it. I mean, hit it pretty hard right there, but right at the first baseman who made good recovery and the race to first base and beat him out there.
Due up for the Krakens will be the shortstop, number 34, Tanner Reeves. First pitch there by Marshall. Misses inside for ball 1.
Yeah, I forgot to tell Reeves is from Bonham, Texas, 6'1", 185, Blinn Junior College.
That one hits the inside corner as the count will now go to 1 ball and 1 strike. That one was at 79 miles an hour. We do have a speed gun here, so we'll try to give you some updates on the speed here. Fastball there misses as the count now goes to 2-1, and that fastball was at 86 miles an hour, Carv.
Yeah. I got a story about that. We're going to talk radar again, and we have time.
That one is fouled off there by Reeves.
It's about a good friend of ours, Herb Hess. You remember Herb?
Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
Herb.
I got a story for you, so we'll have to tell
Hall
the
of
people.
Famer.
Yes, yes.
I remember the day he was inducted. Jess his son, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
But Herb, he didn't need a radar gun. One time we're sitting back there with a bunch of scouts, and they were laughing, and he was guessing every pitch. They all had radar guns. What is that, Herb? 86. 86.
There's the ball misses inside as the count will go now to full at 3-2.
So the next pitch they'd say, "What's that, Herb?" He go 88, or not. Not. They show all the radar guns. Had like 3 or 4 of them. Says, "I don't need a radar gun." That's it.
That one misses outside for ball 4. So Reeves will be on at first base on a walk here in the top half of the 4th inning.
And some of you didn't know who Herb Hess was. He was a long-time Cleveland Indian, Cincinnati Reds, 50 years, I believe, right, Frank? A scout. So he definitely saw a lot of pitches.
Gideon is up, and he fouls that straight up. And the catcher, Evans, gets under it, makes the catch for out number 1. So we have one down now with the runner on at first base as Reeves reached on a walk. That will bring up the first baseman, number 0, Chase Penley.
Penley last time flew out to center field.
There's a toss over to first base, and that gets away from the first baseman. Reeves gets up and hustles down to second base, so he will be on an error.
Yeah, that's always tough right there, especially when you do that. Then you put the runner in scoring position at second base.
Well, all you did was you changed the last play because now it's just like he hit it to move the guy over.
Right.
So now there's a runner on at second base with one down. Man in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses. That breaking ball at 73 miles an hour. As the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Hunter Marshall steps off.
That's one thing about Mark Wagers there behind the plate. He doesn't get questioned that much. He's a very good umpire, known him for years. He's done a lot of our games.
That one in there for call strike, as that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And he's what you want every umpire. You want him to be consistent with their strike zone, and he's a very consistent umpire. Yeah, like I said, he's not overpowering anybody right here.
2-1 now the count. Here's the pitch by Marshall. That one hit to the shortstop. Jazz Love moves to his left and goes to first to Brown for out number 2. So a 6-3 put out for the second out. Moving over to third base on that play was Reeves. And that will bring up the catcher, number 77, Will Bush.
Yeah, Bush got a base hit right up the middle in the second inning.
That one misses outside. As the count now goes to 1 ball, no strikes to Will Bush. 2 down. Runner on at third base. Top half of the 4th inning, no score. That one misses for ball 2. That was another breaking ball at 74 miles an hour. Marshall's ready. Fastball misses. Swing and a miss there by Bush. And that would take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
He's way out on his front foot right there.
Now, fastball is down low.
You know, I just think the mental part of the mentality that if you score first, that definitely helps you. You know, just get that early momentum. Get on that scoreboard first.
So 3 balls, 1 strike, and there's a fastball right across the knees, as that will even up the count now at 3-2.
Yeah, Bush just taking off like that. That's almost automatic, especially if the pitch is pretty close. It's going to be a strike.
So here's the 3-2 pitch. That one misses inside, so taking a walk will be Bush. And Marshall walks his second guy in this inning. That's also the second walk of the ball game for him. That will bring up the second baseman, number 7, Case Pettis.
Yeah, Pettis hit that double play right to the shortstop. in the second inning. I mean, yeah, double plays, right? 6 unassisted and threw it over to first base.
So runners on at first and third, ball fouled off to the right-hand side. This count will now go no balls and 1 strike.
You know, he's from Dyersburg State Community College, and that's one college I don't know a lot about. I'm going to have to do some research on that one. Both pitchers so far have been getting out of jams. We'll see what happens right here.
Count is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Pettis. Here's the pitch. That one into the ground. Great job there by Evans as he scooted to his right and went down to his knees, was able to stay in front of it. Nobody advanced.
Yeah, that was over in the other batter's box right there. That was a tough play.
So the count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. That one hit to the third baseman, Hutchinson, and he bobbles the ball. So there will be a run scored as Reeves comes in from third base. Bush will be at second now, and Pettis will be on at first base. And they're given a base hit.
Thought that might have been an error, but.
Well, official scorer Mike Dean.
Right,
just
I'm not going to.
set up
Hey,
a sign.
okay. Hey, that's all you have to say. That's all you have to say there. I'm not going to.
So that is the official score.
I will not question
one
Mr.
thing about
Dean.
Mr. Dean, he's got some cards that he sticks up whenever he makes a ruling. So runners on at first and second now, with 1 run score now for the Lonestar Krakens. That ball hit deep by Wong. And coming in is Dominion, makes the catch for out number 3, but not before the Lonestar Krakens. They score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings of play, it is the Krakens 1 and the Larks 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, the score is the Lonestar Krakens 1 and the Hayes Kansas Larks 0. Due up for the Larks will be the third baseman, number 12, Palmer Hutchinson.
He struck out looking in the second inning.
And Jackson Hickert will start his 4th inning of work. That breaking ball misses for ball 1. Now it's 76 miles an hour. And Hickert so far has thrown 40 pitches, 26 strikes, and 14 balls. That one in there for call strike.
See, that was 79. I'm saying you don't have to be throwing 90. Pitchers need to understand that it's about pitching. It's about changing speeds.
Sorry about that. As the count goes to 1-1.
In the first 3 innings, we've seen an indication of that. I mean, neither pitcher's just overpowering anybody.
That one misses outside as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. And here's the pitch. That one lifted into center field. Center fielder backing up. That's Gideon. Still going back, and that's going to be a home run by number 12, Palmer Hutchinson. So just like that, the ball game is tied up. Darn near dead center field there. Just a little bit to the right.
Well, we just talked about the fastballs and all that. Was an upper 80s fastball, and that's what they usually do with those kind of ball pitch. Fastballs right there, just going to drive it. They're used to seeing that. And I think the off speed, you have to make some adjustments as a hitter, and that was probably the highest velocity that he's thrown.
Well, that was a hard hit ball there by Hutchinson. So the score now is tied up at 1 apiece, and that will bring up the center fielder number 8, Leo Geminian.
Yeah, he had a base hit in the second inning.
Another hard hit ball by Geminian, and that one, the left fielder misplays that. That's Cox, and Geminian is now standing at second base at round second, but decides to go back. So we'll see what they call that one. That is a double by Geminian. Looked like the left fielder just kind of overran that one.
Yeah, he just
misplayed it a little bit.
And we saw a lot of that last night in our game, but I didn't expect to see it out here today.
That would bring up the catcher number 7, Brady Evans.
But of course, you look at the big old flag out there. You have to make adjustments with that win.
So runner on at second base with no outs here in the bottom half of the fourth. Score tied up now between the Larks and the Krakens. There's a swing and a miss there by Evans, as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike.
Evans is 0 for 1. The second inning with the fielder's choice on a ground out.
Ball popped up to the right-hand side. Right fielder finally comes in. That's Zong. Makes the catch for out number 1.
He did exactly what you're supposed to do. You had first baseman and second going back, and he has it over them, priority, and he called him off and made a good catch.
That will bring up the shortstop number 3, Austin Jaslov.
Yeah, Jaslov lined out the shortstop in the third inning.
So we have 1 down now with runner still on at second. Score tied at 1 apiece. And Hickert's pitch has lined into left field, right over the Reeves glove at shortstop. And it is cut off and thrown to second base, and he's in safely. Good hustle there by Jaslov. And scoring from second base was Geminian. So the score is now 2-1 in favor of the Hayes Larks. That was a line shot over Reeves' head, and Cox threw it in, was cut off. And by that time, Jaslov was already on his way to second base, and he slid in safely. So 2-1 now the score. That will bring up the second baseman number 4, Ben Ferenze.
He's 1 for 2, had a base hit in the third. Yeah, I thought he kind of threw that. You're going against a win when you're throwing into that, the left fielder there, Cox. But thing is, you had the runner ended up going to second base.
So Jaslov gets credit with a single and an RBI. Goes to second base on the throw. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside, as the count will now go to 2 balls and no strikes now to Ferenze. Ferenze is 1 for 2 here tonight.
That's why you always want to have those good arms, and have your cutoff out there and catcher talking, saying, hey, cut, whatever. And I think that was way above the – you couldn't cut it. It was a good read.
Here's the pitch by Hicker. That's going to be lined down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. Ends up in the bullpen area. As the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Boy, the shadows are getting long right now, almost to the pitcher's mound.
3-1 now the count to Firenze. Here's Hickert's pitch. Swing and a miss there by Firenze. And that will take the count to full now at 3-2.
He's definitely pitching away.
Well, the Hayes Larks started this with a home run by Hutchison here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Then Jermanian got a double and scored just now on that double by Jaslov. Correction, that single by Jaslov, and there's ball 4 to Firenze, so he will be on at first base with a walk. The second time here tonight that he has reached the bases, and that's going to be it for Jackson Hickert, because coach has come in and has waved a new pitcher in. Evans flew out to right field, and then Jaslov got that single, going to second base on the throw-in. And then now Firenze takes the walk, so runners will be on at first and second for the new pitcher. And we'll see if we can get a number here.
Yeah, he's at 13.
Looks like it's number 13.
Yeah, that's Casey Workman. He's from McKinney, Texas, 6'2", 165. Another Dyersburg State Community College player.
Casey Workman?
Yep.
Thank you. So Casey Workman now coming in.
Yeah, I thought I thought Jackson Hickert did a pretty good job. Just, right there, just had some bad luck right there. And but he kept them, you look at it and you go against a team like Hayes, what are you going to do? How are you going to keep them at bay? And you have to definitely depend on your bullpen.
Casey Workman comes in with an ERA of 5.40. He has gone 1 2/3 innings, has given up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 3 base on balls, 3 strikeouts, as he has faced 8 batters.
Right. And it's tough as a coach because you're kind of wondering, we've seen some guys stay with their guy through 6, 7 innings, the 5 innings or whatever, and it just depends a lot, let's say, on how many pitchers you have, and maybe this guy, maybe he hasn't gone that many, or he's a relief guy that hasn't started. There's a lot of things that you and I don't even know, Frank, but, we're finding out a lot about guys, right here, but I can tell you who knows, the coaches. They know what's going on. They've been with them all summer.
And we'll give you Jackson Hickert's final numbers here in just a second. Due up now is the right fielder, number 6, Hunter Rosen.
And Rosen, he is 2 for 2.
Ball hit down the line. That's going to be foul.
He had that double in the first inning and a single in the third.
So the count is no balls, 1 strike. Final numbers for Hickert. He went 3 1/3 inning, gave up. Looks
that
like
double.
Rosen is hit, so he will be going to first base as a hit batsman.
It also hit Bush, both of them.
That will take Jaslov to third base and Firenze to second. That will bring up the designated hitter, number 30, Ben McLaughlin. All right, let me finish up here. Hickert went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 base on balls, 4 strikeouts as he faced 19 batters. And, of course, a couple of these base runners will be credited to him. So Ben McLaughlin now up. It's ball 1 to McLaughlin, who is 0 for 2 here tonight. That one misses high as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
You know, this is a big situation right here for Kraken because if they, you don't want this game to get away. And right now, it could look like it could be right now, especially with 1 out. And you got the 3-hole, 4-hole coming up.
That one hit hard into right field. Right fielder backing up. That's not going to be able to get to it. That's going to be off the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs scores, and here comes the 3rd run. And that 3rd run does score, and in with a double is Ben McLaughlin as he clears the bases. That is 5-1 now in favor of the Hayes Larks. So McLaughlin gets a double and 3 RBIs. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 28, Caleb Brown.
And that's what I was afraid of right there for Kraken because, you had the pitcher coming in here and not throwing strikes, and he was behind in the count. And McLaughlin was just ready for that fastball. And Brown is 0 for 1, did walk in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st.
1 ball, no strikes now to Caleb Brown. We do have 1 down here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Kraken scored 1 run in the top half of the 4th, and the Hayes Larks have answered them as they've now scored 5 runs. And 2 more runs have been credited to Hickard.
Kraken does have somebody warming up in the bullpen.
That one misses inside. And the count will go now to 2 balls and 1 strike.
You were talking about that last night. The one thing you do have a view here, you can see both bullpens, which makes it a lot easier for us to, when we see somebody, let everybody know. Good fastball at 87 for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes now to Brown, who is the 8th batter of this inning here in the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Hayes Larks with 1 down. Runner on at second. There's a ball lifted into center field. Center fielder will be getting under it. Makes the catch for out number 2. That's Gideon making that catch. Nobody advances, so that will bring up the left fielder, number 33, Dylan Drylane.
And Dryling's 0 for 2. Ran it out in the 2nd, lined out to first base in the 3rd, but he's the 9th hitter in this inning right here.
As the Hayes Larks have scored 5 runs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That one in there for call strike as the count goes no balls, 1 strike. Now to Drylane. Drylane looking for his first hit here in this ball game. And Workman ready to go. That one misses high, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we always had, always prevent the big inning.
That one misses low. And the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike now to Dylan Drylane. Drylane playing left field here this evening for the Hayes Larks. Casey Workman's pitch. That one misses outside as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike.
He's definitely often using his off-speed pitch because we just saw that fastball was 87, and he's been right there just throwing some off-speed around 73.
Here's Workman's pitch. That fastball. That time at 86-mile-an-hour fastball. as the count now goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You got the catcher, Will Bush. I mean, looks like he's one's calling the game. I don't see any coaches really calling it.
That one fouled off there by Dreiling.
You know, there's some coaches that they like calling the game, but then, always, if I had a catcher that can call the game and he's smart and we're on the same page, and, we talk every inning and talk about what we're going to do, let him call the game. He's got a feel for it, especially with the pitcher.
So the 3-2 pitch now coming by Workman. Breaking ball misses high for ball 4. So Dreiling will be on at first base now, and the Hayes Larks will be sending their 10th batter up to the box here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the guy that's coming up for them is the guy that hit the home run. Started off with that leadoff home run.
So Palmer Hutchison coming up for the second time in this inning. Well, and he hit it. It's 390 in dead center field, and he hit that well over 400 feet.
Yeah, Hicker was throwing off speed, and he threw that one fastball, and he took care of it. Workman's throwing off speed to him.
Swing and a miss there, fouled off, I should say, by Hutchison, as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
And I agree with this. I mean, you can show a fastball, but it's got to be something he can't handle. Just kind of show something, then come back with the off speed. I'm just seeing what Will Bush calls here, the catcher. Whoop. Fastball, but boy.
Fastball got away.
Definitely couldn't handle. Say couldn't handle that one.
So both runners will advance, and McLaughlin will now be at third base, and Dreiling will be at second base. As the Hayes Larks have scored 5 runs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, and they're still threatening with 2 down.
Outside fastball.
And that's going to be the 3rd out. But not before the Hayes Larks scored 5 runs. So at the end of 4 innings play, it is the Hayes Larks 5 and the Lonestar Krakens 1. And we'll be right back.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Seeing the world of energy differently means looking forward and innovating now. It's why we've invested in a next-gen infrastructure, one capable of providing energy to you more dependably than anything before it, so you can focus on what matters most. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the top half of the 5th inning, due up for the Lonestar Krakens will be the left fielder number 16, Seth Cox.
Yeah, Cox lined out to third base in the 3rd inning.
And Hunter Marshall will start his 5th inning of work. The score is 5-1 in favor of the Hayes Larks. They scored 5 runs in the bottom half of the 4th, as the Kraken scored 1 run in the top half of the 4th. That one's going to be fouled up, and not sure if the catch is going to be able to get to it. Nope, it's in the stands.
And there's a couple of guys up right there in the bullpen, just a little stretched out or whatever in the Hayes bullpen.
The count goes to 1-1 I saw some of the comments that people were posting. I on Facebook, you posted a picture of this. And
a lot of
one lady, I don't comment it, was, well, it's good to put the faces to the voice.
No. And I hope she's not disappointed. You know.
No. Well, she didn't say nothing. That one lined foul by Seth Cox. I think I told that story before about I might have even said it last night. I'm not sure when it was. I know I've said it before on the NBC World Series someplace, but that just reminded me of that time I was announcing at Valley Center wrestling. And as I was announcing, a guy from the stands comes down and says, man, he goes, great voice. You're doing a great job. He goes, you got a voice for radio. And then he takes a couple steps. He goes, thank God. He goes, because you don't have a face for TV.
Well, that's what our friend Doug McClure wrote, commented. We saw that. He said, both you guys.
So the guy made me feel good for about 3 seconds. That pop up caught there by the catcher for out number 1.
Well, it's always fun doing these games with Frank, and like I said, we definitely have a history together, and even doing a national championship game and together and all that. It's always fun.
That was Evans making the catch there behind home plate. That would bring up the right fielder, number 4, Edward Zong. A swing and a miss there by Zong.
Zong taking a big cut. He grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning.
So the count is no balls, 1 strike. That one hit hard to the shortstop. Shortstop moves to his right just a little bit, and that was Jaslub to Brown for out number 2. So a 6-3 put out if you're scoring at home for the second out.
I like how Jaslub just came to the ball, went through the ball. He came, didn't wait on it, on his heels, came and attacked the ball. That's a good play, defensive play.
That will bring up the designated hitter, number 12, Caleb Hiritz.
Hiritz struck out in the 3rd inning.
That long line shot there on the ground there to Hutchinson, and he was able to get it on the bounce and went down, turned around and threw to first base for out number 3. So at the end of 4.5 innings of play, it's still the Hayes Larks 5 and the Lonestar Krakens 1, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, the score is 5-1 in favor of the Hayes Larks over the Lonestar Krakens. Due up for Hayes will be the center fielder, number 8, Leo Jemenian.
Yeah, he's actually 2 for 2, base hit in the 2nd and a double, and scored a run there in the 4th.
And here is Workman's 2nd inning to work. That one is fouled off there by Jemenian, as the count now goes to no balls, 1 strike.
Whoa.
Wow. That one was well behind Jemenian.
Good thing they didn't have the mascot back there.
I would say he was trying to throw a breaking ball there. What would you say?
Yeah, I'd say so.
96 degrees here in Wichita. That one popped up, and in foul territory. Souvenir for a young fan, hopefully. As the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. I love looking down in the stands during the ball game because have you noticed every time there's a foul ball, there's a hard hit ball down the third base side. Every time there's a foul ball, everybody runs to it, okay?
Right.
And then what do they do next? They make a position somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
Thinking there's going to be another one coming right here. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Germanian.
And I've seen that a lot with, let's say a guy that has a really good fastball and guys don't get around on it. So it's always like that right-hand hitter shot off to, let's say, the first base side or something over there.
So here's the 1-2 pitch by Workman. That one hit foul along the left-hand side. Well hit, but just pulled it. So the count will stay at 1-2.
Still got a lot of game left here.
Yes, we sure do. That one misses for ball, as the count will now go to 2-2. 5-1 is the score. If you're just now joining us, we are in the top half of the 5th inning. Correction, the bottom half of the 5th inning. As the Hayes Larks are the home team, and the Krakens are the visiting team.
Workman's worked his way to a full count.
Full count here. A ball fouled off there by Geminian.
It's a long at bat, it seems like, doesn't it? I mean, he's been up there fouling off, and
yes, it does.
And it kind of slowed the pace down.
Yeah, we're moving along pretty good. Now it just seems to slow down just a little bit. And here's Workman's pitch. That one hit to the third baseman this time. Long throw to first base to Bentley, and in time for out number 1. So a 5-3 put out for that first out. And that will bring up the catcher, number 7, Brady Evans.
And I think those foul balls that you were talking about, you just announced, right down the foul ball. Then all of a sudden, Long kind of moved closer to the line. It was right at him. I mean, came right to him. So good adjustment. But Evans is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice in the second, and a fly out to right field in the fourth.
Here's the pitch by Workman, and looks like Evans squared around the bump, but pulled back. That one misses high and inside for ball 1. So here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball is lifted into center field. Gideon backing up, and he has to move to his right this time, and he does make the catch out on the warning track area, but that is a long out there, as he does make the catch for that out. That will bring up the shortstop, number 3, Austin Jaslove.
Yeah, Jaslove is 1 for 2 with had a line drive right to shortstop in the third, and then a double in the fourth, and he did score.
So 2 down now here in the bottom half of the 5th. Call strike 1 now to Jaslove, as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. Ball hit right back to the pitcher. Pitcher Workman picks it up, goes to first for the third out. So at the end of 5 innings of play, it is the Hayes Larks 5 and the Lonestar Krakens 1, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. Joe, a pretty good ball game. 5-1 is the score as we go to the top half of the sixth inning. Due up for the Lonestar Krakens will be the shortstop, number 34, Tanner Reeves. And
I was going to say he's 0 for 1 right now. He did walk in the fourth and did score. He's the one lone run for Kraken.
Fouled the first one off, so the count goes to no balls, one strike. That one misses outside as the count will now even up at 1-1.
And he is the leadoff hitter, so this will be the third time.
Hard hit ball, that's going to be up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit there for Tanner Reeves. So he records his first hit of the ball game.
You know, that's something we talk about every game, Frank. You know, just the third time around, seeing a pitcher, what kind of adjustments have they made? They talk, and you know, what are we going to do? You know, what's he throw his first pitch? Sometimes they keep charts on that.
That is also Tanner Reeves' first hit of the World Series. There's another
Whoa.
hard hit ball right back to the pitcher, and he's able to double up Reeves as Gideon hit that on a line shot to Hunter Marshall, but it was right in his glove, and he throws to first base as Reeves was taken off and was about 3/4 of the way already to second base. So there's a double play. That will bring up the first baseman, number 0, Chase Penley.
Yeah, believe me, that's a reaction. That's definitely a reaction. A good line drive right at a pitcher. He's more defending himself right there.
So we have 2 down now here in the top half of the sixth inning. And Penley is up as the count is 1-1 now. That one misses inside, and that will take the count now to 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, Penley, he's 0 for 2. Would fly out on the first and a ground ball to short in the third.
There's a hard hit ball into left center field. That's going to find the gap, and that takes a bounce over the wall, so it's a ground rule double by Chase Penley.
I was going to say, Frank, you know, when I was coming running up here, a lot of Hayes fans were checking in there, man. There's a big following of them here, and a couple of them I know from Wichita that were here. So I mean, they have a great following.
That brings up the catcher, number 77, Will Bush. In the first pitch, he takes a swing and a miss as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, Bush is 0 for 1 with a base hit and also a walk.
There's another swing and a miss by Bush.
Yeah, he doesn't get cheated, does he?
No, he doesn't, and he's ready to go again.
There he is.
So
he gets
0-2 now the count, but great pitches there by Hunter Marshall. Fastball at 86 miles an hour misses high, and that will take the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hard hit ball down the line, but it's going to be just right of first base. So the count will stay at 1-2.
He's a big lefty at 6'4", 230. Talking about Bush right there.
There goes the runner, Bentley to third base, and the ball hit to the second baseman, goes to first for out number 3. Renzi to Brown for the third out. The top half of the sixth inning. They score no runs at the end of 5 1/2. It is still the Hayes Larks 5 and the Lonestar Krakens 1. And we'll be right back. For the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy, as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Due up now is the second baseman, number 4, Ben Fiorenzi.
Yeah, Fiorenzi's 1 for 2.
Count is 2 balls, no strikes now to Fiorenzi.
He was part of that big five-run for fourth inning with a walk.
Oh, that one misses inside, and the count now goes to 3 balls and no strikes. That one misses outside, so Fiorenzi will be on. That's his second consecutive walk.
Yeah, we've seen those big innings, haven't we, with the 5 runs. The other day, Hutchinson gave up 5 runs and lost, 5-3.
And that may be it for him, because here comes Coach, and he's pointing out to right field area where the bullpen is for the Krakens. So Workman is done for the night. While we're taking this little break here on pitcher coming in, we'll see who it is first. Got a story to tell you. This Workman just reminded me of that story.
Okay.
With the NBC.
Yeah.
And you'll get a kick out of this one.
Well, it's like I said, Frank, I think the fans, I know I want to hear some of you've been there 28 years. You got some stories about NBC, so let's hear them.
All right, let's see who's here now.
Dalton?
Not sure. I think it's 38.
Yeah, I think it's Dalton Acosta. Dalton Acosta right there.
Okay, it is number 38 now coming in. Dalton Acosta is now coming in to pitch for the Lonestar Krakens.
He's from Navasota, Texas, 5'11", 170. And they come down as a free agent, so he's looking for a college, it looks like.
He has appeared in the World Series. He has gone 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 base on balls. He has 3 strikeouts as he faced 6 batters. So Dalton Acosta now coming in. Well, the reason I'm bringing this story up here is because I told you that you posted our picture and said it was nice to work with the same job anymore.
Okay.
But he was working third base as the umpire. And before the game came up, he said, hey, he says, whatever you do, don't say my real name. And I said, I looked at him just like you just looked at me.
What?
Like, what? He says, yeah, don't say my real name. He goes, because he says, I said, well, why? He says, well, because I took off work and my boss is sitting in the stands. So I said, okay. So as the game went on and I was introducing everybody, by the way, Rosen is up and the count is 1-1. As I was introducing the umpires, when it came to introducing him, I introduced him as Missing Workman. Is how I introduced him.
Oh, that's how you. Okay, I was wondering how you got Workman into this.
Yeah, that's and Casey Workman just reminded me of that story, and I thought I've got to tell that story because reading some of the post, I'm not sure whether Greg Mudd or not was put something on there or not, but it just reminded me of that because there was a lot of umpires that had put that some comments on your post. So anyway, I'm sure all the umpires out there that are listening in will get a kick out of that one. But if anybody knows old Mutter, oh, that one is a base hit. The runner was standing at home plate instead of taking off. Yeah. And the pitcher came up and bumped into the catcher as the ball popped up right in front of home plate. And the base runner never took off.
Yeah, I didn't, the catcher was calling that right there.
Yeah, the pitcher had no business taking care of that. And so Rosen is out 2-3 for out number 1. The runner does advance to second base. That's Fiorenzi. and that will bring up the designated hitter number 30, Ben McLaughlin. But anyway, once Workman got done there, I said, oh, I got to tell that story.
That's a good one.
But missing Workman is how I introduced him.
He's no longer umpiring, he said.
No, he's no longer
Okay.
umpiring.
Whoa.
The ball hit to the left field, and that never was able to find that ball. That's going to go for at least a double, and the ball comes in, and the run will score. Forenzi will score from second base. 6-1 now is the score in favor of Hayes. That ball hit into left field. I'm not sure exactly what happened there to the left fielder, Seth Cox, but he kept running what we call to the west, and the ball went over his head to the north. And
we know the wind's picked up on that
yeah,
flag.
the wind has picked up some. We noticed that, but I don't think it was enough to affect him.
No,
I'm not sure. But
it reminded me of the tough sky that we saw the other day with Hutch, with the ball from outfielders just going putting their hands up, can't see the ball. But
so McLaughlin will be credited with a double, and that's his second double in a row now, as he is 2 for 4 here this evening, and RBI. That is 4 RBIs for McLaughlin.
Yeah, and Brown right now, he's up to the plate, and he's 0 for 2.
So
I was going to say he wants to get an RBI right in here too, join in the fun.
So Caleb Brown now is the batter. Swing and a miss there by Brown.
That's one thing as a hitter, and you see everybody just like getting hits and RBI. Hey, I want to get on some of that. That's what Brown's looking for. Hey, I'm going to get this RBI right here.
So 6-1 is the score. And here's the pitch. Well, needless to say, the next time I saw Greg Mutter, we kind of looked at each other and just smiled and shook heads because I was wondering what he was going to think.
That's crazy.
Here's the pitch. That one, he does call it a strike. And it's a strikeout there as Caleb Brown, umpire said he did go. So now we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And Acosta gets credit with a strikeout. That will bring up the left fielder, number 33, Dylan Dryland.
Yeah, Dryling's 0 for 2. Did get a walk in that 4th inning.
That is Acosta's first strikeout. 2 down now. Runner still on at second base. 6-1 is the score. That one misses outside for ball 1.
Acosta throws that sidearm, kind of lower sidearm. A lot of ball movement right there. You could see that up here, especially with his fastball.
That one misses high. That one kind of like a little riser in fastball there. In a fast pitch softball I'm talking about.
Right.
The count is 2 balls, no strikes. That one in there for call strike. And the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
And I've been fortunate to have some guys that throw sidearm or submarine, whatever, and you can throw it around 80 some miles an hour. That's pretty good.
There's a swing and a miss there by Dryling, and that will take the count even up at 2-2. We do have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 6-1 the score in favor of the Hayes Larks over the Lonestar Krakens. That one just misses low as the count will go full now at 3-2.
And he threw that at 84. I mean, that's good. I mean, because it's tougher to throw it high velo from down there like that, but you got a lot more movement.
A swing and a miss there by Dryland as he goes down swinging for out number 3, and that's the second strikeout recorded by Acosta, but not before the Hayes Larks score 1 run. So at the end of 6 innings of play, the Hayes Larks 6 and the Lonestar Krakens 1, and we'll be right back.
What you should expect when you come here is a cadre of instructors that are eager to educate you in the traditions of the fire service, the duties, the job, and everything that is encompassed within what it means to be a firefighter.
A vehicle is one of the most important investments you'll make, which is why you need both a vehicle and a dealership that you can trust. At Davis Moore, we made a decision long ago to be nothing but honest to obsess over customer service, and to show nothing but respect for every person who walks through our doors. These core values have kept Davis Moore active in the Wichita community for over 65 years. Come see us at any Davis Moore location or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the top half of the 7th inning, the score is 6-1 in favor of Hayes. So far, let me reach you the line. For the Krakens, they've scored 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. And for Hayes, they've scored 6 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. Due up now for the Krakens will be the second baseman, number 7, Case Pettis.
Yeah, Pettis is 0 for 2. 1 for 2 with a base hit.
Ball hit to the third baseman. Wong goes, correction, not Wong. That would be Hutchinson, goes to first base for out number 1. So a 5-3 put out if you're scoring at home with us for the first out. That will bring up the third baseman, number 20, Ashton Wong.
Yeah, Wong's 0 for 2, struck out in the second, flew out to deep center in the fourth.
So 1 down here now, top half the 7th inning.
Yeah, and Hunter Marshall's still going strong.
First pitch misses for a ball 1 to Wong. And Hunter Marshall. There's a swing and a miss. That will take the count now to 1-1. Or is that a foul ball? Sorry about that.
Oh, well, it's 0-2 regardless. I guess so.
Yeah, I guess they changed it. 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes. That one misses outside, and the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And point streak has quit working here, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but hopefully we'll get that back up. We depend on it. That one fouled off there by Wong.
Again, Marshall, he's been going this whole game right now in the 7th inning now. But the thing is, I look in the bullpen over there, there's guys just standing around, so there's nobody actively throwing.
The 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that one misses low, and that will even up the count now at 2-2.
But when you see a pitcher standing on the mound out there and on the bullpen, it's like, hey, if we gets a guy on or 2, be ready to get going.
That one misses high, and that count now goes full at 3-2 to Ashton Wong. 1 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. For those of you just joining us, the score is 6-1 in favor of the Hayes Larks over the Lonestar Krakens. That one is fouled off to the left-hand side. That's going to be well out of play. So the count will stay full at 3-2 as that foul ball ends up on the roof. And what a great addition that WSU has done here. Of course, we played here the last couple of years, but I remember the one and had to put kind of like an artificial.
Then they have tents.
Here. That will bring up the left fielder, number 16, Seth Cox.
Yeah, Cox is 0 for 2. Line drive to third base and then popped up to the catcher.
First pitch is in there for call, strike 1.
And then someone in the bullpen is starting to throw.
And here in the 7th inning, I'm going to do my shout-out.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing a shout-out every game. This time I'm going to give a shout-out to my daughter Nikki, or Felicia Nicole Martinez, and grandkids Josiah and Jasa.
Now, Frank,
You're
I
probably
know.
not watching the game, but I'm going to send you to YouTube so you can hear your names.
Frank, you're not going to name all your grandkids, are you?
Oh, my goodness. I don't think I.
Couple innings right there. Right there. How many grandkids?
26 grandkids.
Yeah.
There's a swing and a miss there by Cox as he goes down for out number 2. So we have 2 down.
And I was going to say, Frank. Frank Leo's the kind of guy I've coached against him. I've watched him. He's proactive. He'll make sure he's not going to wait till anything happens before. Hey, let's go get warmed up in the bullpen.
That brings up the right fielder number 4, Edward Zong.
But it's all about a feel of the game too, and your pitcher, knowing your pitcher, how many innings, and obviously he's pretty happy with Marshall doing what he's doing right now in the 7th inning.
So we do have 2 down. We do have Wong on at first base as he reached on a base on balls. There's a check swing there by Zong. Was outside, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. It's 2-0 pitch by Hunter Marshall. And I wish I could give you his count. The ball hit to the shortstop. Jaslov goes to second baseman for Enze for the force out. For out number 3. So top half the 7th inning at the end of 6.5. It is the Hayes Larks 6 and the Lonestar Krakens 1. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series. That 7th inning stretch by Michael Dean on his harmonica. Hall of Famer Mike Dean.
He still sounds good after all those years, man. Still sounds like, man, just like 30 years ago, whatever, still sounds really well.
And that will bring up for Hayes, the third baseman number 12, Palmer Hutchison. Swings at the first one and misses, so the count is no balls, 1 strike now to Hutchison here in the bottom half of the 7th.
Yeah, Hutchison's 1 for 3 with the big home run.
And Acosta, nice breaking ball at 72 miles an hour. Hutchison swings and misses, so the count goes to 0-2. That one is fouled off by Hutchison. Count will stay at 0-2 now.
Playing here, sometimes you have the shows you the clock, the velocity of the pitches.
That one misses inside, and the count will not go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And I've had to get on some pitchers because they keep thinking I want to get that radar gun up there, and so scouts can see me.
That one hit to the right-hand side, and first baseman Bentley knocks it down and goes to first for out number 1.
So anyway, so they're over there and they're trying to overthrow, and they start overthrowing, and they start throwing. They're trying to, hey, what I throw? And I said, hey, just get people out, or I'm going to take you out of the game right now. you can tell because they're not doing what they usually did. Yeah. And there's a few guys, and some guys just understand it, but sometimes they get it. I don't know, they're enamored with the radar gun. And
now batting for the Larks, the center fielder number 8, Leo Jaminian.
And he's 2 for 3.
First pitch is in there for call strike 1.
He had a base hit and a double. That double and scored in the 4th there, and then he grounded out in the 5th.
For some reason, point streak has froze up on us, so I couldn't give you the final numbers for Workman. 1-2 now the count. As Acosta came in here to the ball game. Last inning.
Say, Frank, that's okay. I enjoyed the workman story that you filled in right there. That story, that's pretty funny.
Well, it is funny, and I hope next time you see there's a line shot right down the third base line, and that's going to be in a base hit and extra bases for Leo Jiminian as he's standing up at second base. That is his second double of the ball game. Third hit of the game. That brings up the catcher number 7, Brady Evans.
Yeah, Evans is 0 for 3. Fielder's choice, fly out to right field and a fly out to center.
So now we have a runner on to second base with 1 down. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, 6-1 is the score in favor of the Hayes Larks. That ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop Reeves goes to first base for the out. Jiminian does go to third base on the play. So there's a 6-3 put out at home if you're scoring at home with us for the second out. And that will bring up the shortstop number 3, Austin Jaslov.
Yeah, Jaslov is 1 for 3. He had a double in the 4th and scored. Made some great plays on defense.
Count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Jaslov. That one fouled off, and the count will now go to 1-1.
You know, Hayes, again, Hayes they got them where they want. Like I said, the 5-run lead, you can't get that 1 grand slam right now. As long as they keep over 5 runs, that's how I feel the safety factor.
There's the ball lifted to the shortstop. Shortstop Reeves backs up, makes the catch for out number 3. So the bottom half of the 7th inning, they scored no runs. At the end of 7, it is the Hayes Larks 6 and the Lonestar Krakens 1. And we'll be right back.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
At Evergy, seeing energy differently starts with thinking differently about its impact and then committing to doing better every day. As we continue to expand our investment in renewable resources, capturing more wind, gathering more sunshine, we're able to generate power that's cleaner and provide it to you more affordably. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. It looks like we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Hayes Larks. See if you can see that number there, Carv.
So you kind of want to yell out there, hey, can you turn around for me? You know,
you know what? They ought to make it mandatory that everybody turn around before they enter the game so everybody can see exactly who it is.
I think it is Ben Baker Livingston.
34?
Is it 34?
Okay, number 34.
Thank 34, you. Okay. It's Caleb Meredith.
Okay, just a second here. Let me get him down here in the books.
Kind of look like a 1 there for a second.
Caleb Meredith is now coming in.
Yeah, a little about Caleb. He's from Chuckey, Tennessee, 6'1", 200, and he plays his ball at University of Tennessee.
And due up for the Lone Star Krakens will be the designated hitter number 12, Caleb Hiritz. Swing and a miss there by Hiritz as the count now goes to no balls and 1 strike.
He's 0 for 2, struck out in the third and grounded out in the fifth.
And I wish I could give you the total numbers for Hunter Marshall, but point streak is still frozen. Let me update it here, see if that changed it. Nope. So without doing it in my head here, that one's fouled off there by Heritz.
Now see that one right there, that foul ball would have been right at you yesterday.
Yeah.
And Hutch, it's a little lower down there where the press box is. We're way up here. There's another one. He's the 9 hole right here, so you begin the top of the lineup here after he hits.
Trying to find Meredith, see if he's pitched this. Must be his first appearance. Its count is 2-2 now to Heritz. As we are now in the top half of the 8th inning. 6-1 is score in favor of Hayes. That one lifted to the right-hand side. The right fielder is going to be getting under it. That is Rosen, and he makes the catch for out number 1. We'll bring up the shortstop, number 34, Tanner Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves is 1 for 2. Ground out, walk, where he scored the 1 run, and then a base hit in the 6th.
That one check swing right back to the pitcher, Meredith. He's going to under toss it to first base for out number 2. So a 1-3 put out for the second out, which will bring up the center fielder, number 1, Tucker Gideon.
Yeah, Gideon is 0 for 3. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first, then popped up to the catcher, and then into that double play.
Here's the pitch by Meredith. That one just misses outside as the count goes 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down here in the top half of the 8th inning.
Yeah, the double play where he hit right to the line drive at the pitcher. And got the runner that was leaving at first base. You know, that was a tough play.
That one misses for ball 2. 2-0 to count. Here's Meredith's pitch. The swing and a miss there by Gideon. And the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, I've had hitters, they hit a hard line drive at third or short, whatever, and then what am I doing wrong? It's like, nothing. That's baseball.
That one in the ground. Misses for a ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike now to Gideon. Two down here in the top half of the 8th. That one in there for call strike, and that will take the count to full now at 3-2. Well, this has been kind of a little surprise for us. Like I say, wasn't supposed to call this game. There's a swing and a miss there by Gideon as he goes down swinging for out number 3. So the top half of the 8th inning for the Krakens. They score no runs, and at the end of 7.5 innings of play, it is the Hayes, Kansas Larks 6 and the Lonestar Krakens 1. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined along by Mark Cavala, general manager for the Newton Rebels. And Mark, we're going down to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher now for Lonestar Krakens. Going to be number 5, Taden Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes from Enid, Oklahoma, 6'2", 220, plays at San Jacinto Junior College, St. Jack, and he is a sophomore.
And due up now here in the bottom half of the 8th inning for the Hayes Larks will be the second baseman, number 4, Ben Firenze correction. Firenze.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Scored both time on those walks.
Here's the pitch by Hayes. First pitch is in there for call, strike 1. That one hits the outside corner as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that was at 93 on the outside corner.
Great fastball. That one misses inside for ball 1. They did appeal at first base, and it says it did not go. Lance Vaughn, umpire at first base. There's a swing and a miss there, and
he pulled the string on that one. A little speed, 81 miles an hour.
Catcher Bush showed home plate umpire that he had it, so it is a strikeout. So Firenze goes down for out number 1. We'll bring up the right fielder, number 6, Hunter Rosen.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3 with a double, single. Got hit by a pitch and scored.
Fastball misses low and outside for ball 1. Well, we noticed that the flag's kind of going from the south here.
Yeah.
As the wind's pushing it.
Yeah, that was what my trouble was in my golf today, Frank. Against that wind.
Did you have wind on the golf course today?
Yeah, it started picking up, especially in the afternoon.
Boy, I haven't seen a golf course in.
I know it. I can't believe it.
I know it. The ball hits the right-hand side, goes foul. It's going to go into the stands area. Oh, it bounces back on the field, looks like.
I was going to tell people, we used to go on our trips. I remember the Great Bend, and you and I'd go there, and you give me the old golf lessons, and I've used those.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, so that means you're shooting under 100 now?
Yeah, I am. That's right.
Sorry, Carv, I had to do that. The ball hit into right field, and it is going to be in for a base hit. And Rosen records his 3rd hit of the ball game. On a 1 bouncer there to the right fielder. That will bring up the designated hitter, number 30, Ben McLaughlin. What did you shoot today? Auburn Hills is a tough course.
No, it's tough, yeah.
It's to me, it plays long.
It does.
You don't have to tell me the score.
I'll tell you off the air.
Off the air, there you
That's
go.
Right. He does have 2 doubles.
That one misses high for ball 1.
2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Hitting 3 RBIs in that 4th.
And 1 in the 6th. So he's got 4 RBIs here for the ball game. Candidate for player of the game. That one a swing and a miss there by McLaughlin, as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'm sure we'll have our friend Andrew doing his thing out there, interviewing the player of the game.
Yes, he will. Does a good job of it. That one fouled off to the left-hand side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Andrew's a man of many talents.
He's all over the place.
He puts all this together. Basically engineers the whole live stream.
For a while, I thought there was like triplets, because he was all over the place. There he is down there. I think he's just all over.
He's the MC out on the field and on events, on the feature games. Out call strike 3, so McLaughlin will go down for out number 2. Hayes records his 2nd strikeout. That'll bring up the first baseman, number 28, Caleb Brown.
Yeah, Brown is 0 for 3.
Oh, correction. We're going to have a pinch hitter.
Pinch
Looks
hitter.
like number 1.
Okay.
That's
Jack.
It's going to be Jack Torrenson.
Yeah.
Or Tarosian, correction. Tarosian is now coming up.
Yeah, Tarosian, he's from Omaha, Nebraska, 5'11", 175, and goes to Creighton. So shout out to my daughter, Emily, who went to Creighton. So
there you go.
Yeah. I learned to be a Blue Jay fan.
So Tarosian is now pinch hitting for Brown. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike now to Tarosian.
And that was tough, Frank, because I've been a Shocker guy, you know, and so back in the Missouri Valley days, it was always a rivalry.
That one is fouled off. For some reason, I'm thinking that we called Jack Torrenson, and somebody changed it on us. I don't remember who it was, but I do remember that he told us it was Tarosian. So we're hoping that's correct. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Tarosian. That ball hit right back up the middle. And a short second baseman did make the stop. What a great play. As that was second baseman Pettis throws the ball to Reeves covering at second base. And that is the 3rd out. So at the end of 8 innings of play, it is the Hayes Larks 6 and the Lone Star Krakens 1. And we'll be right back.
Visit Hutch again. Fall for Hutch all over again. It's a perfect time of year to enjoy the outdoors. Learn a new hobby. Enjoy a beverage on a patio. And have fun doing some shopping. Hutch is the perfect place to enjoy fall activities and spend time with family. So visit Hutch again.
Seeing the world of energy differently means looking forward and innovating now. It's why we've invested in a next-gen infrastructure, one capable of providing energy to you more dependably than anything before it, so you can focus on what matters most. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
There is a 24, but I can't tell. Is that 24, Frank?
I believe it is 24. And we welcome you back to X Stadium for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the top half of the 9th inning, the new pitcher now coming in for the Hayes Larks will be, it's number 21, Kobe Grimsley. Kobe Grimsley now coming in to pitch.
Yeah, Grimsley from Atoka, Oklahoma, 6'1", 200. Plays his ball at Central, Oklahoma.
First batter he'll be facing will be number 0, first baseman.
Yeah, we couldn't tell.
Finlay.
So we couldn't tell those numbers right there.
Yeah, like I say, they ought to make it a rule where everybody has to turn around when you come in.
Yeah, for the media there.
Because even with the binoculars, you sometimes can't pick up the numbers. They just don't turn the right way. All right, the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, our line shot on the ground there to third baseman. Third baseman makes the play, goes to first for out number 1. So we have a 5-3 put out for the first out. And that will bring up the catcher number 77, Will Bush.
Yeah, Bush is 1 for 2 at the base hit up the middle, will walk and ground it out to second base in the 6th.
The last play was Hutchison to Brown for that out. Fastball misses for ball 1. That looked like it was 90 miles an hour there, Carb. There's another fastball. That one is fouled off. As the count will go to 1-1. It is 88 miles an hour.
Yeah, like I said, Frank Leo's got a feel for the game. He's going to put some of these guys in, get some innings.
Ball hit to the first base or second baseman. Second baseman tosses the first for out number 2. So for Enze to Brown for that second out, 4-3. Now there is 2 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. We'll bring up the second baseman, number 7, Case Pettis.
Yeah, Pettis won 1 for 3. The base hit in the 4th.
That one misses high for ball 1 to Pettis.
That was a great play. He made up the middle there. Definitely showing some defense. Whoa. Got nailed right there.
He got hit. So Pettis will be on at first base, and
looks like he's all right.
Looks like he is okay.
Yeah.
Now we'll bring up the third baseman, number 20, Ashton Wong.
Yeah, Wong is 0 for 2. He did walk in the 7th. He's played some pretty steady defense also.
First pitch misses high for ball 1. As Kobe Grimsley is now in relief here in the 9th inning. There is 2 down. Runner on at first base. There's the base hit into center field as Wong records his first hit of the ball game throw over to third base, as hustling over to third base was Pettis.
It's like the shades almost covered all of the field right now. Sun going down, but the wind is still blowing.
I will bring up the left fielder, number 16, Seth Cox.
Yeah, Cox is 0 for 3. He did strike out in the 7th.
We do have runners now at first and third with 2 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. The count goes to 1 ball, no strikes.
That was a fastball at 90 inside.
Ball hit down the line, but it's going to be foul.
Yeah,
as
that didn't sound
Pettis
good.
had to step aside there. He was in foul territory.
Well, I was just watching the catcher. Definitely pitch it inside right there. And what happened there was a broken bat.
That was a broken bat?
Yep. That's.
Well, Hook's bat, hooks.com. Todd Hook, sponsor. We thank him very much. Here's the pitch. That one misses low for ball 1 as the count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss there. And the count will now go to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and third with 2 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. 1 strike away out from it. And a swing and a miss there by Cox. And that is the ball game. With the final score, the Hayes Kansas Larks 6 and the Lonestar Krakens 1. So the Hayes Larks now go to 2-1 and Lonestar drops to 1-2. So we thank everybody for watching. We're going to stay tuned for our next game. Any last comments here before we get off the air?
I would say it's a good game. I mean, it just Kraken right there couldn't prevent the big ending in the 4th there with Hayes, that 5 runs. They just couldn't get them out, and that's what really prevented them from winning right there, Frank.
I think they did the same thing to was it Diamond Dogs?
Yeah.
They scored 5 runs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those deals that you just, you try to prevent the big inning, and it just escalated, especially when Hutchinson let off that inning with that home run, the center field.
Well, we're going to call it good here because we may have another game to do. We got to get prepared paper-wise. So we thank everybody for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the broadcast, and we'll stay tuned for our next game. And as hopefully we'll get a chance to do that game here. We'll see.
I hope so. I'm enjoying this.
All right. Well, we'll see you all later, and you can get us off there now. Good night.